As your littles embrace the toys and gifts they got for Christmas, it's a good time to clear away the clutter in the toy box to make room. Melody Craig with the Toy Testing Sisters is here. She's going to help us out. Okay, so purging toys, it's one of those things, it doesn't seem like it would be hard, but we get tripped up. What do we get tripped up on?
So I feel like one thing that's hard is a lot of the times we think, hey, I'm gonna take this toy and sneak it away, and our kids kind of have like a big emotional reaction. So something that we encourage you is to include your child in the decluttering process and to explain to them, hey, when we donate this toy, it's gonna get used by someone who maybe doesn't have as many toys as you. And I feel like including them in the process just makes it a lot less traumatic.
Huge. I think that works with almost every aspect of life, including them in the conversation.
Yes.
And you said you have 4 questions. I love this. So as you're going through, you can ask yourself 4 questions as you're deciding what to do. And the first one is it still age appropriate?
Yes, so as adults, we put emotional connections with our children's toys. So something that we see in our toy room, we might say, oh, I don't want to get rid of that. I got that for you for your first birthday. Yeah. But we need to be aware of our children and what they're actually playing with. So maybe not holding on to something just because it holds a lot of sentimental value to us, or if it does, maybe store it in a keepsake box, but just being more aware of age appropriateness and purchasing toys that maybe can last your kids a little bit longer in the age range.
Okay, and the next one, this one should be the easiest. Do I have something just like this already?
Yes, yes. And we get lots of duplicates from like birthday parties and things like that, right? Like puzzles. So when you go to purchase, be a little more mindful, like, oh, I already have 50 puzzles. Or for example, block sets. If you have 2 blocks, put them together and say, oh, okay, what one's better quality? What one gets played with more? And then if you have multiple of things, it's easier to get rid of them. And then I also use containers like this. Like for animals, as soon as that container is full, we either have to get rid of animals to get new ones, or we just don't get more.
And your kids already know that rule.
Yes.
Okay, the next one is specifically for the grown-ups, not for the kids. Am I only holding on to this because I paid a lot of money for it?
Yes, and I think it's okay for as adults to recognize that sometimes we made a mistake. We purchased a toy that we thought was gonna be a home run for our kids, and they just weren't super interested in it. But it's okay to make those mistakes, and something that we like to take advantage of is if you paid a lot of money for something and it didn't get used very much, like for example, an American Girl doll, maybe you bought an American Girl doll, it didn't get used, you can resell that on like Facebook Marketplace and make back some of the money that you spent on that toy.
Yes, and the last one you have is this taking up too much space in my playroom or wherever I'm storing the toys?
Yes, so toys that take up a large footprint. So if you're going to purchase a toy with a large footprint, make sure that you take measurements, you kind of evaluate. But toys, for example, like a giant Barbie house, if it's not getting used, even though it's a big toy, just get rid of it. And you can also do a theory that, or something that we like to do, is if it's a toy that you're kind of like teetering on getting rid of, store it for a few weeks. If your kids don't ask about it, then it's way easier to donate at that point.
I love that idea. And I like her idea too. Like if you paid a lot of money, maybe sell it.
Yes.
You can sell, you can donate, lots of options.
Yes, tons
Okay,
of good
thanks
options
Melody.
there.
Thank you. Let's all get on that, shall we?